Pastor Williams, how do I get my grandchildren back in church? I think this is an excellent question, and I want to offer you 3 ideas because I'm a Baptist preacher and I believe in having 3 points to every sermon. My brothers and sisters of Providence and our guests all around the world, God bless you. And welcome to another installment of Ask Pastor Williams Anything. This week's question is powerful. The question is as follows. Pastor Williams, how do I get my grandchildren back in church? I think this is an excellent question, and I want to offer you 3 ideas because I'm a Baptist preacher and I believe in having 3 points to every sermon. The first is pray. Obviously, there's no way to get anyone back in church without talking to the Lord first and asking that the Holy Spirit would move on their heart to want to reestablish that relationship with God. Particularly since I'm assuming that you or their parents raised them in the church, probably Providence, and as they have gotten older, like most young people and all of us did, got away from going to church. So we begin by prayer. The second thing that I want to offer to you is talk to them. Find out why it is they are not going to church. And then wherever you attend church, particularly if I'm your pastor, bring those ideas to me. What is being missed in the worship experience? What is being missed in the Bible study? What is being missed in the ministry and service activities? What is being missed in the life and fellowship of the church that they're able to get outside of the church and don't see the need to get within the church? The church has to adapt, and we have to change to the needs of not only society and culture, but also to the needs of our young people, because that's our constituent population. Remember the Great Commission. Go and make disciples of all nations, which means you have to go and meet the people where they are. So those ideas are a great one. Now the third, this was going to be the most impactful, but also the most painful sometimes. Remember, the question is, how do I get my grandchildren back in church? You didn't ask me how to get your grandchildren back in your church. So then you have to remind your grandchildren that there are so many churches, a diversity of ministries out here that exist beyond the ministry they may have grew up in. Listen, I want your grandchild and all grandchildren to love Providence, to love me as their pastor, and want to come back to Providence. But it is possible that there's a different ministry, perhaps of a different denomination, perhaps of a different style, perhaps of different music, perhaps of a different preacher that ministers to them better. The goal is to get them in church, worshiping and growing and maturing in the Lord our God. So that means we have to let go of the need to come back to our church and really focus in on the need of getting them in church. This is important, and I know it's difficult to think about the idea that your baby might go someplace else because we all want to worship together and we all want to be together. And maybe, just maybe, it would be helpful if you go with them to other ministries. You may not like it, but just being there with you may be powerful and impactful to them. Now, of course, I expect you to come home to Providence. I didn't say go every Sunday. I just said go with them once in a while. That's a great question, my brother or my sister. And I pray that you will pray. I pray that you will have a conversation with them. And I pray that you will talk to them about all the diversity of ministries that exist out here, particularly in this environment that we are in right now. We are still online. Most churches are still online. So on a Sunday morning, you can visit churches all over this nation who are streaming their worship services to get a feel and a connection for the ministry, at least from a distance. What a great question. My brother, my sister, please keep the questions coming. This is excellent. We'll do everything we can to answer any question that you have, because this is Ask Pastor Williams Anything from Providence Missionary Baptist Church. God bless you, and we love you.